Hey, good afternoon, Medicare Money. I just wanted to check in with you guys and go over what I think is the future of Medicare Advantage plans, and that is the CSNP. So, for those of you who don't know, a CSNP or a chronic special needs plan is a Medicare plan specifically designed for a particular population or a particular Medicare recipient with a particular diagnosis. So the most common ones are like congestive heart failure, diabetes, and chronic kidney disease. But you can have a C-SNP for a bunch of different diagnoses. I want to highlight one of the plans that I use and my team is using, and we're having a tremendous amount of success with. And this is with the company called Zing Health. They are primarily out of Chicago and they're in Michigan, which is where I am. I think they're in Indiana and I believe Mississippi also. But this is their Zing Elite Diabetes and Heart. Diabetes and heart. So you got to have one of those diagnoses: cardiovascular, chronic heart failure, diabetes, etc. But I want to highlight a couple things. So here you got this grocery allowance. So no Medicaid required to get the grocery allowance. They just got to be eligible and have a chronic condition. They get $157 a month and receive 60 hours of in-home support. So if your client needs help with things like cooking, cleaning, housekeeping, whatever, they can have somebody come out and do that. If they don't need that, they can use these hours for non-medical transportation. So they can go, the plan will send somebody out. They can go run errands with the client. They can take the client to and from non-medical appointments. So very helpful in that aspect. They get 30 one-way trips or 15 round trip for medical transportation. $1,500 a year for hearing aids, $2,500 for dental, $0 copay to see a primary. Here, CSNP specialist. So if they are on this plan, any specialist that they see related to their qualifying condition, which would be like an endocrinologist, an ophthalmologist, a cardiologist, what am I missing? Pulmonologist, those copays drop to zero, right? If they're seeing a specialist not related to the qualifying condition, you got a $20 copay. And then the formulary is catered towards diabetics and people with heart problems. So any insulin that's on the formulary is covered at 100%. You have things like Ozempic, Trulicity, Eliquis. Those are also covered at 100% on this formulary. So this plan works, again, really well for those people who fit that criteria. Again, diabetes and heart. I'll show you another one. This is the CKD plan, so chronic kidney. So these individuals have to have a diagnosis of kidney failure, 1 through 5. 5 would be considered end-stage renal disease, and those folks would be on dialysis. But again, if they're on dialysis, look at that, $0 for dialysis, right? You got a $0 copay to see your primary and a $0 copay for a specialist if you have a diagnosis of stage 5 kidney disease. Transportation, in-home support services, $137 a month for groceries and utilities. So this plan is phenomenal, again, for people who are on dialysis, or even if you're not on dialysis. If you just have a client who has chronic kidney failure or anything like that, this is a really good option. So again, if you are not selling C-SNPs in your market, you probably should be. I know we're kind of blessed in the market that I'm in. We have a really awesome C-SNP. Some markets aren't like that, but I think in the future, these plans are going to continue to get better and better, and we're going to see more of these plans being offered with really good benefits. So again, if you don't have a C-SNP contract, get one. If you have any questions about that, hit me up, and we'd love to talk to you about getting you set up to sell C-SNPs or working with you to help you improve your C-SNP selling abilities. All right, so I'll talk to you guys later.